wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Welcome back to Make Sense Knowledge TV, the place where the knowledge makes sense. Big up all of the subscribers them, big up all of the viewers them, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. So viewers and subscribers, you see, I hear the tragedy what happened to 80-year-old Jasmine Keeling. She was found hanging, Apparently it's a suicide, but so far the preliminary investigation state that it's suicide so far, So for now, we are going to just work with that because we don't know what is the backstory behind it, what if it was a parent or a friend of the parent or a cousin or auntie or uncle or neighbor or whatever harmer. But for now, the preliminary report is stating that it's a suicide. Just I go read some information, gathered by a leading newspaper. The following information is provided by the Jamaica Observer, and the headline reads, "Community stunned by 80-year-old girl suspected suicide." Young Jasmine Keeling was always smiling. She was very cheerful, and her neighbors in the Burke Road Old Harbour community of St. Catherine call her Smiley. But on Saturday morning, she was not smiling when her friend and schoolmate passed by her gate and greeted her. In fact, she didn't even respond to her. Although this is quite unlike Jasmine, not even her friends could have predicted that the 80-year-old would have been found hanging by a cord in the backyard later that day. That was about after 10 in the morning. I was passing by and I said hi to her, and she didn't respond. The neighbor who attended Davis Primary School with Keeling told the Jamaica Observer yesterday. She seemed sad. Jasmine relatives converged at the home that she shared with her mother and two older siblings on Sunday, all two overcome with grief to speak. Her mother just gone lie down. She doesn't want to talk to anyone right now, a relative offered quietly. A section of the house that was being renovated told a late tale that the family could not, as residents said it was from one of the newly constructed columns in the backyard that Jasmine's mother found her hanging. Neighbors gave their account of the tragedy. When me go over there, me see her with the baby in her hand, and me I try ask her what happened. She a hold her and she a say, wake up now, come for your dinner. It's done. She done cook and look for her. It's done, she done cook and look for her. And all them a look, them couldn't find her, said Tracy and Campbell, who live a few houses down the street and helped to take the child to the hospital. So if it so happens that an 80-year-old, commit suicide, it's really sad, because these are our children, and we have to try to figure out ways so we can protect them from even them own self, because that's our duty as parents. Understand me? Now put no blame upon the parent, I know we lose a child so tragically still, because it could be umpteen different reasons, where we could have caused this little girl to decide to end her life per se. So, because if most of us of certain age group can remember back in the days when they had the common entrance exam, which changed over to the GSAT. But I remember when the exam results used to come out in the Gleaner. And I think it used to come out one of them Friday, either June or just like the last week before school up on summer holiday. You would get the results, and then during the summer, you would hear how many 10 and 9, 10 and 11-year-old, some 12-year-old to commit suicide. Why? You know, because of the so-called pressure just for pass the common entrance, you know? Because there would be pressure in some little primary school or all-age schools at the time. Them used to call them all-age school, you see? Or in the primary school, them. There's pressure when you look, you see 60 students in a one grade and 48 of them pass the common entrance, and the pressure upon the feeling, the feeling 12, or the feeling, you know, man, number, the pressure upon them. Now, for go home back and when you look the name now, you know, and the parent did have some expectations of them for to go to some prominent high school and things. So when you look, it's just like all over the corporate and the rural area. You understand me? Whole of Jamaica used to hear at least 4 commit suicide per year. Just for that one instance alone. You know? So the vulnerable, our children. You see me? And we have to figure out ways during these times to protect them. To protect them from themselves, to protect them from disease, COVID, out there rampant now. You feel me? So, you know, we have to always take precaution because our duty to protect them. And as parents, you know, we could have even try to look into certain things that really affect we as children when we were children. So we could have used that example for mold our children them to become better than us per se. You know, so because it's not just our little Jamaica alone, them things happen, you know. Them things that happen on a daily basis throughout the world, especially in the United States. There are so many cases here about 8 and 9 and 10 and 7 and 12 and 13-year-old kill themselves because of some, we would call it now, we would call it as adults basic things, that's some simple thing. But these children, they have a brain of their own. So them brain, because remember, you know, a man is born to be free, you know, every man born to be free, you know, so, you know, that's why you have to guide the youth them, because they have the freedom mentality from them born. See? So even in this place, you know, in Europe and in America, them things are rampant. You understand me? Because you have all different type of pressure reach the youth them. From academics to gender preference to all type of different things. They can't name it, the list goes on. You understand me? And the youth them just a drop out. See me? Mothers a cry. Peer mothers a cry. See? But, you know, man, say, me don't know what was the backstory behind Jasmine, you know, man, say, demise per se. We don't know what was the emotional part of it, what was affecting her, because, you know, the clip even, the information even go on to give you some information. So she was going through counseling. So she's 8 years old and she's going through counseling because of some so-called quote-unquote family separation. So what was the family that was separated? Was it the grandparents, auntie, uncle, other siblings, you know, father? We don't know. But most likely, you know, man, say we can figure out how really the situation or the so-called separation. What was the separation? So, you know, man, say, so we just have to protect we youth them. You so, man, say, because I whole heap of stress there for the youth. Every parents have the experience, know what it is like for be stressful, but you know what it is like as a child too to be stressed because we were once a child. You don't it? So, you know, we just want to say to the family, go and hold the faith. See? You know, man, say, it's going to be difficult because she just eat, and every time when you see her birthday, you know, go remember things and you know, go look into it. Yeah, because, you know, man, say, when you lose young ones at that time, just like, for example, I have a cousin who I lost when he was 9 years old. And I was probably about 13 and 14. And it affects me to this day. It affects me to this day because like every little event that happen in the world, whether it's a Jano star, wish him the day so we get experiences. And the first time I said that was when Gilbert come. I did a few weeks before Hurricane Gilbert. You know what I mean? So, you know, certain things as children, you don't know what really affect them. So, you know, we have to try to look out for the youth them and figure out what go on in their mind. Because, and all the time I'm going to tell you, because you never used to tell your parents everything will go on in their life. Every disappointment you have, you never used to tell your parents. You see, because sometimes that's the response, you know. So we have to just figure out about youth them. Try to love them and stay away from, you know, man, certain little things will distract you from family. You know, man, we don't know the bills them that they already. And to take care of them and to feed them. You know, man, about certain little distraction like them something there. Trying to not make certain things affect the way how we communicate and show we youth them love. You know, man, mothers and fathers telling the picture them we say we love them. So man say them come and telling us say them get a 63% or them get a 40-something% or them get a 85% love a pitney the same way. See? Because then everybody can be successful at the same time. See? So if you love you them, don't put every burden upon them, not because you want them to be a doctor and see them and try to be a mechanic. Allow them make them be a mechanic. Them could be the one for own the most leading mechanic school or the most leading mechanic garage in the world. Not even say in our whole city or our whole community in the world. You never can tell. You understand me? So always encourage the youth them and tell them the things them positive where them can be in a life. Don't cuss them and call them a dirty junker and a dirty this and a dirty that. You see what I say? So just love the youth them. Everybody, just bless upon yourselves, Zane.